So Linda,
Yes,
you're out.
I'm out.
And the first question from our Twitter fans is from Sophie Downey. Are you happy that you've left the house?
No.
No.
I'd love to have stayed. So I've really enjoyed it. I'm a massive Big Brother fan, and I would love to have stayed. But so I'm a little bit gutted that I'm out. But as the night goes on, I'll think, oh, actually, it's quite nice to be back in the world of sane people.
Oh, and the thing is as well, if you make it all the way to the final, then you don't get to come on a bit on the side so often.
Absolutely.
You don't get to do stuff with the digital team.
Oh,
so you're
well,
getting the
you
full
see,
Big Brother
so
experience now.
there is an
There you go.
advantage.
I've got a few more questions about
Okay.
your time in the house. Sam Legg wants to know, what do you think of Ollie and Sam's relationship?
I think Ollie and Sam are fabulous, and I think that Big Brother is trying to throw them together and maybe create something that isn't there really. I think Ollie said he had what did he say?
Awkward crush.
An awkward,
inappropriate crush.
An inappropriate crush,
Yeah.
which made us all laugh when we were winding him up and all. But, today Sam said that have a picture taken with the most attractive
you go.
housemate and all of that. So maybe on the outside they might get it together.
Fingers crossed, they make a good couple.
Yeah.
I reckon. Ever Moving wants to know, on the other hand, do you think anything more will happen between Lee and Casey? It's so complicated.
You know what? It's kind of ridiculous, really, isn't it? Because Casey cried. I put her into bed with me because she was crying because Lee was with Jasmine and she cried, and then she said, "I'm not even going to speak to him again. I thought we could be friends, but I won't even speak to him on the outside world." And there they are cuddling again. So
Yeah, it seems to be every...
good luck to them. They're young, you know.
Is it every 24 hours they go in a cycle of, let's leave each other alone, let's have a cuddle, let's go to
Absolutely. And I wouldn't like to be Lee when he comes out if Jasmine is there.
Mm-hmm. Look out for that one. Charlotte wants to know, who was the funniest housemate?
Charlotte. Lee was funny. He's loud, Lee, but he is funny. Ollie really makes me laugh. And Dappy was funny sometimes as well.
It's a good bunch. They're
They are
really
a good
entertaining
bunch.
to
They're
watch.
lovely people. Most of them.
On the other hand, Leonie wants to know, who is the biggest stirrer in the house?
Well, I would obviously say Jim.
I knew that name would crop up.
Yeah.
Sydney wants to know, who are you closest to?
I think I was closest to Sam.
Yeah.
Obviously, we shared a bed, and we got close. And then when she wasn't well, I know when you're ill and you're away from home, you need your mum, don't you? I held her head when she was being sick and all of that. And so I got close to Sam. She did my makeup and my hair and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and I think I'll remain friends with her. But the girls were great. Louisa, I grew to love Louisa. She made me laugh as well.
Good. Apart from the obvious, this one's from future Mrs. Duncan James. Apart from the obvious, who is the most annoying housemate?
When Louisa and Jasmine were together, they were outrageous. They were noisy, inappropriate at times, but good fun. You don't go into the Big Brother house to have to sleep well and just be lovely to everybody. So I would say those two maybe at the beginning.
But yeah, that's the thing. Once you get used to them, you become friends with them.
Absolutely.
You get to know a deeper side to them.
Yeah.
Feel good. A couple more questions. Gerard Kennedy wants to know, what was the best thing about being in the house and the worst?
The best thing was, the first morning when this is Big Brother, and I kind of went, oh my God, we're here.
Made it.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And when the first time you're called to the diary room as well is amazing. The worst was Jim,
Full stop.
I say the
was
worst
Jim.
because, I've come out and obviously people didn't see everything that was going on, and I've been made out to be the bitch of the house. But I suppose every house needs a bitch, I'll suck my check and I'll be fine.
That was fine. And finally, I know we've kind of covered it a bit, but other than that, Dan Neal's Girls wants to know, what was the best individual moment that you had in the house?
I think at the first nominations when I wasn't nominated, that was really
The relief.
That was really the relief, and it was really lovely each time that I wasn't nominated by the housemates, and that's what I'm holding on to really. Jim was up every time, so I wasn't a complete idiot, and I didn't go in there to try and make anything that wasn't there. So I think that, and of course the first time, would Linda come to the diary room? That was amazing.
I'm so glad when we have people in the house that do it because they love Big Brother.
Oh, I love
It gives you a much more rewarding experience.
Oh, it's brilliant, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well,
and I was going, they'll take away our shopping. I was doing
You knew all the twists
all the
in
twists
advance.
I was going, yeah.
Well, that's it for now. But Linda, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.